Hey, welcome to Touch the Line podcast. Today, we're going to talk about 4 things that's going to improve your leadership. I'm recording this in December of 2021. We're about to go into a new year. These are 4 things that I focus on that seem pretty simple, but it's something we need to be reminded of. Stay tuned for these 4 things. You're listening to Touch the Line podcast. My name is Evan Silver, and here we focus on leadership, culture, and building a team. This podcast was created to serve you so you can serve others. All right. I believe this is my last podcast for this year of 2021. It was a great year. It's a great year of just life. It's a great year of business. And some people can complain about 2021, but I choose to see the positive in everything. So as we wrap up 2021, we go into 2022. And there's 4 things that I want to talk about that will improve your leadership. Now, you might already be practicing these 4 things, or it's probably a reminder, or they might be completely new to you. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one. The first one is books, reading books. This is going to improve your leadership. They say leaders are readers. Leaders are readers. And I hear this over and over, and I get it, because you take a book, say someone great like Simon Sinek, and he has a book, and if you do the Audible version, you're going to be looking at like 5.5 hours for a book, maybe on a long day. And with that 5.5 hours, that's him sitting down and writing for 5.5 hours. I'm going to get inside of his mind, get his thoughts. He's putting his best foot forward into a book. And so I get to sit down and read a book and intimately spend time with that author, that leader, or whoever it is. And so leaders are readers. Now you might say, well, Evan, I don't like to read. Well, I get it. I didn't like to read either. And there's other ways. There's Audible that you can listen to a book. Sometimes that can help me. Sometimes it doesn't. Some people love to do Audible. Here's my hot tip. Buy the book used. You can buy it on abebooks.com, which is Abe like Abe Lincoln, abebooks.com, or you can go to thriftbooks.com and you can buy the book. And if it's over a year old, you can get it for like $3 or $4, maybe $6 or $7 at the most. So buy the used book. Grab it on Audible. This is what I like to do. On Audible, I like to do it on 2 times speed or 2.4, somewhere in there. And I have the physical book in front of me. And so I can retain a lot of that information, and I can go through a book very, very quickly. So leaders are readers. Here are 4 books that I read in 2021 that I strongly suggest everyone read. These are really great books. The first one, if you're watching on video, I'm showing these on video. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. This is an amazing book, not only for leadership and understanding people, but just in everyday life. It says that you're not just negotiating when you're buying a car or whatever. We're negotiating all the time. So he is a former FBI top hostage negotiator, and he wrote this book, and it is phenomenal. And I've used a lot of these tactics, and one tactic works 100% of the time. When you're checking into a hotel, car rental, it will give you an upgrade just by using this simple step. If you want to know that step, DM me on Instagram. I'll send you a video of what it is. The second one is Rhinoceros Success. Scott Alexander. This is a very, very short book. I read it in probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half. This sets the tone of rhinoceros versus cows. And it's a great book on business. It's a great book to get you motivated, how to motivate others. You're going to wake up every morning. You're going to be a rhinoceros, or you're going to be a cow. The next one is Excellence Wins by Horst Schulze. I'm hoping I'm saying that name right. He is the co-founder of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. You want to take your business to the next level and lead to the next level? This is really great. Excellence Wins. And then the last one is a book that I read about a month ago called At Your Best. I mentioned it on the podcast before, by Carey Nieuwhof. Now, this is a faith-based book, so prepare for that. He's a former pastor, but he's a former lawyer. He talks about working at your best. We all have green zones, yellow zones, red zones. making sure that we're scheduling our time and scheduling our energy to serve others. So get into a book. If you're not a reader and you've never read a book before, do what I do. Buy the physical copy, buy the Audible version, schedule 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day to just go through a book. You will be amazed of how far you get through a book. So first one's books. Second one, get mentors, seek out wisdom. If you're a leader, if you're a business owner, why are we doing this by ourselves? I'm constantly calling mentors of mine and people to get wisdom. I meet them for lunch. I schedule these. And as soon as we're done with lunch, I schedule another time to meet with them because I can't do this alone. I need people to speak into me. I need people to not evaluate, but when I have things I bring to them, like, what can I get better at? What do you see? Here's a situation in our company. Did I lead through this the right way? And I just had a friend of mine, a mentor of mine that he at lunch the other day, I told him the way I lead. So I'll be fully transparent. I love new things. I love new ideas. And I'm not a finisher. I'll start something. I'll come up with the idea. I need a team to go and finish it. And so he told me, he was like, it would stress me out working for you. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. He's like, you've got to finish through on some stuff. So that's really, really great for me to hear from someone outside of my company that just from me talking, he was like, that would stress me out. So that's something I'm going to work on. That's something I'm very aware of, but I'm going to work on in 2022 is to finish through with a lot of things. Instead of coming up with ideas, because I love change. I know people within our company do not like change as much as I do. So that can stress them out. So if you're constantly jumping onto new things and bringing new technology in and doing this and this and this, yes, it can help, but it also can hurt you because people don't adapt to change well. So you've got to slowly roll it in. One thing I do is I like to beta test. I like to try things. And I like to go to people in the company, 2 or 3, and say, hey, let's beta test this. Let's get all the issues out of this, whatever we're going to do. And so when we announce it to our team, I know I've got 3 or 4 people there that understand what is going on. And so when I announce it, they can back it up and say, hey, this is a great, great thing. So there's first 2 books and mentors, seek out wisdom. We're going to take a quick break and we'll jump right back in. All right, back to the top 4 things. We talked about books, we talked about mentors and seeking wisdom. The third thing is serve others. Now you're like, Evan, okay, really? No. I'm talking about serving others. Like I'm talking about every day writing down 1 to 3 things you're going to do to serve someone. It might be to bring them a coffee. It might be just to come in and say, hey, I was thinking about you this morning. How are you doing? What's going on in your life? How can I serve you today? So getting up every day, writing down 1 to 3 things you're going to do to serve your team today. It could be handling a situation. It could be a system or a structure. We just did evals in our company. And so we got a lot of great feedback. You know, my wife and I started doing, we just instantly started going through and started. So for instance, here's something very small, but our cubbies at the salon, they get full of stuff. So there's nowhere to put jackets and put all that stuff. So someone's like, hey, it would be great to have a place to hang jackets. So my wife said, boom, I can do that. So she's ordered a coat hanger. We got a place we're going to put it. And now people have a place to hang their coats. That is serving others. Find out what people in your company, what they need from you, what they need from the company, and go out of your way to make it happen. Serve others. Number 4, manage your time. Just like the book I just talked about, At Your Best, manage your time. If you don't manage your time, the time is going to manage you. The reason we want you to manage your time is because when you manage your time well and you focus it on people, that's when it starts winning. Don't focus your time on task. You might have a block of task, but if you start putting in your calendar things that are all task oriented, I'm going to tell you what you think is really important, and that's task. And your calendar, where you start having in your calendar where you're meeting with people and you're serving people on your calendar and you got it blocked off, that's where it starts winning. So manage your time. Have an access where people can reach out to you. You know, if you don't have an office door policy, please get an office door policy. Have it where people can be available to you. Manage your time. And this is like when you get home, manage your time. When you come home, don't be doing work stuff. That doesn't serve your family at all. Your family is the most important people in the world. When I have a rough day at work, I come home. You know what? My kids don't care. Kids don't care at all. And my kids and my wife are the first priority. Sometimes I just have to snap out of it and be like, you know what? Right now is the most important time I have today. And that's the time with the family. So manage your time, or your time is going to manage you. Those are 4 things that I have that to improve your leadership: to read books, to find mentors, seek wisdom, serve others, and manage your time. I hope that 2021 was really great to you, but guess what? Even if it wasn't, 2021 is over. Basically, I mean, it's December 14th when I'm recording this. 2022 starting in January. Get some goals. Let's knock out 2022. Thank you for listening to Touch the Line podcast. Connect with me on social media and my website by searching evansilver.co. That's evansilver.co. If this episode impacted you, please leave a review and share it on all social media. Thanks for tuning in.